And happy holiday season to everyone out there in the Intervision FM universe. I'm Alan Colvin. Got Johnnie J in the house, president and station manager of Intervision FM. Today, we'll be featuring Sharkula.
Hello.
The more simple the need for play. Oh, that's who we love and that's who we serve. Yeah, on the Intervision universe. Who we love and that's who we serve. Today we'll be talking about the need for full play.
Okay, it looks like James Brown's not coming in.
James Brown, he ain't going to come with us. Stay with it and hit it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but he's not there. So, oh well. Anyway, James Brown took the day off, and he didn't even call in sick. So it is what it is. Well, hey, welcome everybody. This is the day before we take off on our flight, on our vacation, and I guess I'll be sort of like documenting some of the travel and all that kind of stuff. So that's going to be fun.
Where will you be heading out to?
To the Netherlands, kind of thing. Yes, and like I think Friday we're gonna do like a museum that's gonna be audio described for other blind people that will be there at this museum. So that's gonna be kind of interesting. So I might cover that a little bit because I never had I've had audio tours, but never a tour with other blind people in another country. So that's going to be kind of cool to do something like that. So it'll be all good, and we'll be gone for 2 weeks, spending Christmas out there, seeing how they do it in Europe, or at least I'll see how it's doing out there. I mean, I think my wife probably knows. So, and then let's thank the sponsor. If you guys sponsor this, and we really do need your support. If you enjoy the kind of program that we're doing, if you wanted to if you want to be a participant and share with us the kind of shows that you want to see, then let us know that. But paypal.me/InnervisionDenver is how you can donate.
Okay.
And our sponsors is Denver Foundation, Christian Brothers Moving Company. Let's see who. Dr. Richard Damiano, who's a corneal consultant. Eeny Meeny Grant.
Yep, we got Eeny Meeny Grant.
And the Denver Arts and Venue grant. And so thank those guys for sponsoring us for this year. And we just got a call from a sponsor yesterday, and Ann Schutz family. So that's going to be interesting. It's kind of funny. I talked to them back in 2004 and got a grant from them then. And the lady who called, she said she's only been working a year, but she sounds exactly like the lady that interviewed me in 2004.
2004.
So I don't know if is it a family thing? Do they just hire their cousins or because he sounded exactly like her. She probably didn't look anything, because I once know that we had a manager in our building that sounded exactly like this other manager, but one was 38 and one was like 50 something, but they had the same continence in their voice. So, who knows? There's twin in the world. But anyway, our topic today is being a gamer, right?
Yeah.
And,
Go ahead.
and I want to know, it's like, how is this done? Because most of the games I hear about are the ones, these action-packed games with people fighting, and you got to run away from that person and attack that person and shoot at that person. But I guess there's just different levels of gaming.
Well, there is. There's adventure games, there's dice games, there's dungeon games. There's a lot of them.
Games. There's anything that a sighted person
Can play that we can play.
That's exactly right. So first person shooters, third person shooters, this kind of thing, all accessible to the blind community. So I brought Sharkula on, kind of explain a little bit about what she does for a living. She's a content creator. You can find her stuff on YouTube. But what she does with the games, how she got into this kind of thing. So take it off, Amanda. Where did you get the interest to start being a content creator for YouTube?
Well, when Sortie Quest came on iOS, another YouTuber actually was promoting this developer's game.
Okay.
And then he was doing that for a little while, and then he stopped, and then I wanted to continue that. So around, I think it was October 6th of last year, I decided to get into that and start promoting his content on my channel. So I started playing that game first, and then it just blossomed from there, from that game.
You started playing a bunch of other different games
after that.
So Sortie Quest being a game that, how would you...
started my thing on YouTube.
How would you describe it? It's a sort of adventure game that...
It's an adventure game. You can do fishing, you can do hunting, you can do gathering. Like there's
an orc over there.
A whole bunch of stuff you can do on there. You can also go to different worlds.
Now, is this is in the background? Is that the sound effect of the game right there?
No, that's a different game.
Okay, so you have it up. Go ahead.
The one that's going is called Night Manager. I'm in the forest in that game right now.
Now, okay,
and so it's on the Alexa.
If I was in the forest, I would imagine I might step on a snake or something like this. Say, oh, I didn't see you. So how do they guide you through this? I mean, and then because I'm thinking, like, if I'm in a game that I'm shooting people, how do I know where that person is? Do they say like the person on the left?
It's not really shooting people. You're shooting at different monsters in Sortie Quest.
Okay.
And you're also fishing, and you can also get a shark and kill it. You can kill dragons.
So does it have you like where you can actually like jump on a dragon and you're taking it for a ride, and then you say, oh yeah, dragon.
You can fly around with your dragon.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So give us go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, like, I want to hear some more examples on the voices and stuff like that. Do you have like a lot of sound effects and stuff?
With Sortie Quest, there is a lot of sound effects in it. He has a lot of music within the game. I really wish I could show you how how to play it, but I don't know if it would show up.
Well,
Yeah.
we could try it. I mean, yeah, I can always call back Ira and say, "Are you seeing it?" Because what you have to have your camera on.
You want to request screen share, open the game. I just
Oh,
don't.
oh, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay, share. Let's see. Share option. Let's see. How did I do this the last time?
She'd have to request screen share from her end.
Yeah. Okay. Wait a minute.
I'm going to try this real quick. So tell us a few other things about the game while I try to figure this out and see if I can bring this up.
Yeah. Tell us some more about this. So when you got into this, how much of a learning curve is it to start learning how to do this?
With the first game, I pretty much started it with finding a bug in the fishing screen. So I was pretty much showing him a bug, and pretty much from there just blossomed from that, just playing the game, showing demos, doing walkthroughs of how to play it, stuff like that.
So it looks like I'm not able to screen share unless I'm assigned as co-host. But I don't know if this is going to work or not. So, but anyway, you can go to the App Store and look for Sortie Quest and other.
It's SWORDYQUEST.
And you can also look for other audio described games that are driven by voice.
A bunch of them.
And they've also got their own voice text to speech engines as well. Some of them.
They do.
Have to always rely on voiceover for some of them, but there's just a myriad of other games. Let me see if
there you go, co-host.
Host.
Now you're a co-host, Elvin or Ellen. Oops.
Yeah, I forgot to do that at the beginning, and I did share multiple, making it possible where multiple people can share screens.
I just have to run and get my coffee. Hang on.
Yeah, go ahead. But ladies and gentlemen, hey, we'd like to thank you for coming to the show. Hey, we want to let everybody know that hit the thumbs up, share, and if you never heard of like blind people actually like doing gaming, with technology today,
there's a wild mushroom growing.
We could do a lot of things. So so I see now my station playlist is sharing.
Are you hearing my voice?
Yes, I'm hearing your voice now. Yes.
Are you hearing voiceover?
Voiceover?
Yeah, you don't hear my voiceover?
No, I mean, what is it going to sound like other than your voice?
You would hear my my speech on my phone, so you're not hearing that.
Oh, no, I'm not hearing that. No.
That's about. Yeah, okay. So it doesn't look like I can share.
406 nights in the dark forest.
I can hear that. That's the background. That's the other voice.
Yeah, that's Amanda's. That's on her.
So should I share her screen?
No, I was just going to see if I could bring up this Sortie Quest game on my phone.
And okay.
Share it, but it's not going to work. So,
but it's working on her side though.
Yeah, she's got an Amazon Echo, so you're picking up the game that she's currently playing on that.
Amazon Echo. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's different types of audio games. Some available through the App Store for the iPhone, or through Google Play on Android, and then Amazon Echo has also
online. Lives badly injured on the ground. Ionate and
has
quickly.
its own games that you can play as well on there.
3,318 health points have been restored. Now move along.
So
That's wow. So if I hit
22 silver arrows.
if I hit share screen, basic.
yeah, it's just not
share my. So it's just going to do it on my side, but not on her side.
right.
Ah, okay.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
No, I was just gotta figure out, like, because right now I can share my screen, but I can't share your screen.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too. Yeah.
How would that work?
But anyway, the blind have been pretty much taken out of the game world until the advent of the technologies that we now enjoy. We did have braille games, we had braille cards and whatnot.
Yeah, but that's not the same as what we can do now, because like there wasn't very many games you could either play on a computer or any game system or anything like that. But I think they're starting to do that now. But not like it used to be, like where you could just only play games on computer. You couldn't play very many.
And what else?
I'm sorry.
Okay. I was just listening to what you were saying.
But you couldn't do very many games on like an actual personal computer.
Yeah, so like back in the day, you had maybe one or two games you could load onto a personal computer without taking too much space up. With the advent of technology and cloud storage, that has really brought the gaming world to us into the forefront. So, we have a lot of options that are available
now.
Yeah. And so, with the advent of different graphical user interfaces and different ways of coding.
You can do anything just these days.
It's actually a really cool thing. What kind of, are you doing this to, I don't know.
It's just a hobby, more or less. It's not,
not really
I'm not wanting, like, it can go further than it is now, but right now it's just doing it as a hobby.
So you use different pieces of software to interface with YouTube.
No, I just use the YouTube platform. That's it.
YouTube Studio.
Yep, that's it.
There's like Streamlabs. There's a bunch of other content creator side by side apps that work with YouTube. But you just go ahead and use the old YouTube Studio portion.
Yeah, I just use the YouTube Studio, and within the YouTube app, I just use Create and upload my videos that way. There's nothing outside of YouTube that I use. I don't even edit my videos.
Now, okay, so if you were to edit them, what does that mean? You edit the videos?
It's just like taking parts out that you don't want, or adding music clips in or something like that. Like, that's not what I do. I just use the game outside of YouTube and use screen recording. Like when I'm recording my video, I use screen recording. Right. And just record it that way, and then go to YouTube Create, upload my video, and then put it as a premiere. usually.
Now, do you add the manuscript as well? What is that called? The captioning? Because it says sometimes if you add the captioning,
Oh yeah,
the people
I
can,
usually do a title and all that stuff.
and then as far as like the captioning, as far as like the words that you're saying, do you add that in there? Because they were talking about like if you add that in there, then people who are deaf or hard of hearing or speak another language can
Oh,
follow along. Yeah, that was the one
I
thing they
never thought of that.
yeah, they just sent me a
Ooh.
newsletter about that saying, hey, if you want to get more viewers,
Right.
from
Hmm.
It's actually a
you-
pretty cool feature because you can use AI
I should
technology.
do that.
Yeah, so it uses
I
AI.
didn't even think about the
Yeah,
hard of
actually
hearing people. Shoot.
yeah, and then people who speak other languages, they can translate it, they can flip it into their language.
Oh yeah.
and it's actually really easy to use.
That's actually smart.
Oh yeah,
They just sent me an email on it, so it's like I'm not
Okay.
the brain surgeon of YouTube. They just sent me an email saying,
No,
hey,
but
you
that's
wanna
smart. I never even thought about doing that. Okay.
yeah,
and we honestly believe here at Intervision FM that if we can help all ships rise upon the tides of success, as long as one person is successful, then we're all successful, and that goes for the blind community doubly. Because man, I mean,
Well,
yeah,
it's really hard as a blind person to find a job. I can guarantee you that.
oh man,
exactly right.
oh man. I know, man, but this is well. If you could, and then with more lists, maybe you could gain enough subscribers to have that, be a source of income there.
Yeah.
Now,
Okay.
Amanda, I'm going to
Yeah.
put you on the spot a little bit here.
Okay.
I know you're not in the United States of America,
I'm in
but
Canada.
Johnny does a little broadcasting school. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Well, we're training like up and coming, like podcasters and so forth, like how to not only like do the podcasting, but also how to generate income, different income streams. Matter of fact, I was talking to this lady at Anshoes yesterday about that, and I said, hey, well, with supposedly like 70% or more unemployment, I said, not all of us was meant to work at a restaurant, which they have this thing they call the Shepherd Act, where they train you to work at a restaurant. I said, well, not everybody wants to work at a restaurant, but for those who want to do podcasting and YouTube videos and stuff like that, I like to give them more training in that, and then how to generate income. Because when you go to a radio station, if you can say, hey, I can bring sponsors, I have sponsors, and I can bring sponsors to the table to pay me and, give 10% to the station as well, that makes you more eligible or more attractive for that person who's doing the hiring. Because, hey, they say, well, now we just add our team onto your team, and then go get more sponsors and keep this and work with the sponsors you have.
Keep the ball rolling.
Yeah, and you can make like even more than the average DJ, or average podcaster or whatever like that. So yeah, so that's what we're doing, and it's growing. It is growing, and we've got a bunch of sponsors, but I'm just trying to duplicate what I do and everybody else, so they can do what I do, and they can, start their own thing or stay with Intervision or whatever,
Okay.
So, but I have a feeling that your station is going to grow when you start putting those word captionings in there, because people can say, "Oh,
absolutely." Never even thought about doing that, but I will turn that on if it's not on.
Oh yeah, because it's almost like YouTube is so international, and I've met people.
Oh, it is international. It's gone worldwide.
Yeah, I mean, I met people in here that I said, man, it's like back in the day, I wish I would have known people like this. Like I meet these financial planner people and people that trade on the stock market, and people that buy real estate and stuff like that. I would have even thought about that. I would have had to take a class at some university to get that information. But but there are all those people. So they say like who you hang out with is what you become more like. So I've been hanging out with a a lot of interesting financial people, just because I says, and people that own businesses too. That really helps, because then you can talk about what they're doing to make their business successful, and then you can.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we're doing over here. So okay. So let's. So now, so you're in Canada. Do you live in Canada, or are you just there for
I live
the
in
moment?
Canada.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I'm born and raised.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so how's it there? Well, you already said that it's kind of difficult to find jobs there as a
Really
blind
hard.
person, but is it because the government or the cities or whatever, they're not doing
Government, I
enough?
think.
And so they just said, well, we're going to give you so much money, and
Mhm.
they just want you to be happy with that, and not
Yeah.
not say, wait a minute, maybe I want a little bit more.
You know, it's
Yep.
funny because you know, there's a phrase out there: "You will own nothing and be happy." And I tell you, we, the blind community, we've got that pretty well perfected.
Pretty much.
Oh man.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
Totally.
we're all about breaking out of the box.
that's
Yeah.
absolutely
Yeah.
right. I mean,
Getting out of your comfort zone.
well,
Yeah.
that's the name of the game. I mean, when you support grassroots musicians, whether they're blind, otherwise physically challenged, or even financially challenged, or even all three of these, why, you know, you need to learn how to think out of the box and
Oh,
figure out
for
things
sure.
that haven't worked and revamp them, and sometimes reinvent the wheel. But
Mhm.
oftentimes, there are ways that you can take a look at the design of a wheel and not have to improve on it, just kind of take the information and give it to other folks, put all the cookies on the lower shelf, so to speak.
Hey, tell me something.
Mhm.
And since I've never been in Canada, so do they have, like we have out here called the Federation of the Blind? Do they have
Yeah,
like National Federation? Do they have organizations like that where blind people come together and they discuss stuff like that?
Well, here it's called the CNIB,
CNIB? Okay.
the Canadian National Institute for the Blind.
Mhm.
Okay. And
Um,
they have one in every city or something like that, or
well, there's
no?
one here. There's one in Ontario. I'm sure there's ones all around the world sort of like that, but I'm guessing they would have different names. But
And what's their
here,
goal? What's their goal? I mean,
it's usually to give orientation and mobility lessons, take them out bowling, like they sell canes, they sell braille paper, braille cards, braille watches, talking watches,
okay.
you name it.
So they're
They'll provide it.
But what about legislation and laws that
I think
help?
they're getting into that stuff
Oh,
now. I don't think they were when, like, years ago, but I'd say they're getting into that now.
Oh, okay.
Are they also affiliated with the World Blind Union or any of the
that I'm not sure about, but it's possible.
I gotta know that. Okay, so like you're out of high school, right? Or are you still in high school?
No, God, no. I graduated like 20 plus years ago.
Okay. So do you remember, like in the last year of high school, people, students are talking about like, what are you gonna do after school and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah.
What was the general talk?
General talk was usually, what are we doing after high school? Where do you see yourself
5 years
in
from now?
5 or 10 years? Like, yeah.
And what were people saying at that time? Like,
they would either say like go to university, or like general talk like that, like.
okay. And are there blind teachers? There had to be the teach of blind cane travel. They had to-
I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, when I graduated, I was hoping to become a massage therapist, but it's a really, really hard course to do. So I didn't get a chance to go through with it. So
I see.
Wow.
yeah.
Massage therapy is something that the blind get into an awful lot, as well as any customer service position, clerical positions. Sometimes they'll get into legal work, that kind of thing. A lot of blind folks are also pigeonholed, I guess you might say, into playing instruments. So often get that stereotype. You're blind. Well, what kind of instrument do you play, or what type of music do you sing? And it used to really bum me out before I became a musician. I'm like, oh, come on, don't stereotype me like that. And then I found the joys of a guitar. Boy, first time I strapped on a guitar, oh, it was over and done with. They're like, what instrument do you play? I'm like, oh, I play guitar and I try to play piano and I play the radio real good, but
yes. Wow. So, but okay. So, how many years have you been gaming again?
Oh, wait. Maybe 5 or 6 or 7.
Okay, and so I would guess that is advanced as far as like the accessibility is a lot better now than it was 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh my God, it's a lot better than it used to be. Like, Dice World is completely accessible. Like most of the games I play are completely accessible. There was one that I was playing a few years ago that was called Yahtzee Buddies or something like that, and it was completely accessible at first, but then it went completely inaccessible. So I couldn't play it.
sometimes that'll happen simply due
Sometimes
to
that'll happen too.
Yeah. So do you use keyboard commands or do you move the mouse and it just tells you like where the mouse is going? How?
No, I completely it's complete touchscreen.
Oh, okay. So you touch the screen.
No. It's my iPhone is completely touchscreen.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's what I play my games on.
Oh, that's one thing I totally wanted to bring up. It's not all fun and games for the blind community. And so for the first time, you might pick up your smartphone. I picked one up probably 3 years ago now, 4 years ago maybe, and had no idea how to use a smartphone. And the only way I could make myself learn how to use this silly smartphone, the stupid smartphone.
Well, actually, it started off for me using a complete touchscreen iPod. So it went from iPod to iPad, then to iPhone.
But the bottom line, the games themselves teach the gestures, the rotary control,
like swipe right, swipe left,
yes,
tap, and all that kind of stuff. Okay.
Swipe up, swipe down, swipe with 3 fingers, swipe with 2 fingers, tap with 2 fingers, tap with 1 finger. It's endless.
Wow, okay.
And the router, you literally have to put 2 fingers on the screen and turn it either clockwise or counterclockwise.
Right.
To get the router gestures.
So the gestures are covered, and it really does teach a blind person, okay, this is how how you can navigate your phone. Now, obviously, not all games have the same gestures and things, and not all the games utilize all of the iPhone gestures. But
not all of them, no. Which is annoying.
Familiarity, though, but it can be annoying. Yeah, like you said.
So does each
Very
game
nice.
have an icon on your phone? Like, you have apps for this and app for that.
Yeah.
And then you hit this app and
Oh
then
yeah,
you
you
go
can.
into this game.
It's
Mm.
all like each game is a different app.
Okay.
So you can have multiple games on
Oh.
your phone. So
So do you ever have competitions against other people? Because sometimes I see my friends, they put in the headset and they're talking to other people and they're playing it with other people in other places.
There are-
you can get games like that, but I've never done it that way.
There
Okay.
are some games that you can play on the PC that you can use Skype in conjunction with playing the game. Like there's a game that I'm thinking of right now where some people will use, in addition to the group communications within the game, they also Skype each other so that they can quickly in real time plan strategies.
Sort of
And,
outside the game, kind of.
yeah, it's awesome, man. There's nothing better than getting
Oh,
a
I
group
bet.
of 10 people together and
Yeah.
okay, we're going to do this dungeon realm here, and
Right.
we're going to need 5 mages, a cleric, a tank, 3 warriors, that kind of thing. So you
Right.
just, man, you could really set up a strategy and just go in there and clean some house. Let me tell you.
Yeah, because I asked that
bet,
because my daughter had this boy when she was 24. She had this boyfriend that was 24, and he would hook it up on our TV, and he would have the headset and all that kind of stuff. And that was the only time I had ever heard of somebody playing with a bunch of other people that you don't.
Oh yeah, you can
you don't
absolutely
know.
do that. Yeah,
So
for sure.
so I thought that was kind of cool. Like it's
Yeah.
like a communal like play games and stuff like that. And
It's
so
yeah, that would be a sort of like a multiplayer
Yes.
kind of shooter type game.
Now it was when I told Alan a long time ago. It was so funny. It was this game. I guess it was when Meta was kind of developed the virtual games or virtual something. And I guess this guy decided he's going to attack this lady, and she says, "Get away from her!" And people kept on saying, "Turn off your computer." Why are you complaining about this guy attacking you? Just turn off your computer.
Your computer.
Yeah, it's
Right.
like.
Yep.
And I just thought it was so funny that wouldn't be the first thing she would think. She was just complaining like, "Leave me alone." I'm thinking like, why are you even bothering with this?
Right.
But
Yep.
but I guess that virtual reality can become a kind of a close reality in your mind because you don't think in your mind like just turn it off.
For sure.
I often wonder what's going to come of the gaming world when Elon Musk gets the brain chip completely developed and Neuralink is, the way of the present day graphical user interfaces.
What do you mean?
Will we be able to immerse ourselves into an actual game and actually act
like
as if
like
we're there?
Jumanji, right?
Yeah.
Well, there is. Now I'm not sure if it's
Accessible.
in play or not, but there's a headset that you can get that will literally put you inside the game. It's sort of like a VR it's I think it's like a VR headset or something that like a virtual world kind of feel.
And it would be great if they had they could do concerts like that, and you're you're sitting like in a crowd of people, you can hear the people to your left and to your right, and then
there is 3D glasses that you can get that sort of does that.
Yeah, because I a couple of days ago, Patti LaBelle had a bomb threat, and if they were in all virtual, they say, "Oh, okay, let them blow it up." So it's like that would be. I don't know. It's just for just. I mean, and it just saved time in traveling, and and all that kind of
Mhm.
stuff. But I don't know,
Yeah, for sure.
that's gonna be the next generation.
Oh,
'Cause
absolutely.
once you're used to being there live, I don't think that's gonna go. That may not go so well, but the next generation who never
Mhm.
experienced that,
Yeah.
and they went totally that direction. Hey, it might be
Oh,
something
that'd be
really
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Wow. So hey, so do you have so give us your channel name again and how people can find it.
My channel name is Sharkula. Actually, there's a story behind that name.
Okay, tell us.
At first, when I started out, I was Sortie Quester. The problem with that name was the developer of Sortie Quest was Sortie Quest iOS app. So when he used to go into the live chats of the YouTuber that I was telling you about that started the Sortie Quest game on YouTube, it would confuse the developer when I used to go in and chat with the developer and other viewers of his channel. So at first the developer used to call me SQ2
Okay.
because of my name at that point. So the YouTuber kept talking about how the developer should put in a demon shark called Sharkula. So I went, ooh, that would be a good name for my my channel when I do start. So when I did start YouTube, I was still Sortie Quester, but then when he kept talking about this demon shark and when it went in the game, I went, okay, well, let's change my name to what it is now. So that's what I did.
Fantastic. Okay.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so check out the channel and now you're gonna see, like, from this point on, you're gonna see some captions underneath, and so it's gonna, so that's gonna be kind of cool.
Yep.
All right. Hey, Alan, you had anything to add before we take off today?
Well, this is the last show of the year for Innervision FM, unless
okay.
few things up, or unless we collaborate on one final one. So I do want to wish everybody a happy holiday season's greetings.
Yes, you
too. Oh my gosh, I love this holiday.
Who doesn't, though?
And stay safe out there, and God bless everybody.
You too.
All right.